Recently, people have shared strange images of crafts that have nothing to do with our technology. Be it lights falling from the sky or objects hidden underground. It seems secrets are slipping out, and this old Russian footage says it all. Let's watch before they remove it too. During an old investigation in Russia, a shocking video surfaced, believed to show the aftermath of a UFO crash in the remote town of Beryozhinsk. The footage appeared to be from a camera mounted on a military truck. As the vehicle approached the site, soldiers rushed toward a disc-shaped object half buried in the ground. Officials surrounded the area, studying and guarding the strange craft. It might be the first visual proof of an alien craft hidden by the Russian government. Hidden wreck. On December 1st, 2015, people in Sandton, South Africa, were shocked when a strange object fell from the sky. Many believed it was a UFO crash. By the next morning, authorities sealed off the area and told everyone it was just part of a company's marketing stunt for a drink. The story spread fast, and most people believed it. But a few days later, the same wreck was spotted being secretly transported at night under heavy security. Some now believe the marketing stunt story was just a clever cover-up, and that the object was actually a real UFO, quietly moved to Area 51 for study. Maybe the truth wasn't staged at all. Maybe it escaped.
A massive alien ship in the middle of the embankment. JMPD and people in hazmat costumes are on the scene.
Hidden encounter.
What in the world?
Sit here, man. Look at it.
Thing's old. It's all rusted up.
You think it crashed?
In Texas, a flat, round, disc-shaped craft with a raised dome appeared right next to the road. Shocked drivers stepped out of their cars, recording the strange object that matched all descriptions of a classic flying saucer. But this wasn't a clean landing. Part of the disc seemed damaged, almost as if it had crashed moments earlier. It looked like there had been a secret fight above the clouds, forcing it to come down. Or maybe it was an emergency landing due to a fault. This could be just a sneak peek of something bigger and scarier waiting to come if we're not careful.
Don't know. Never seen anything like it.
Careful, don't touch that. Could be sharp.
Someone call somebody?
Buried disc. What began as a normal dig soon turned into something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A team of workers uncovered a metallic, disc-shaped object with a shiny dome on top. Nothing like any aircraft known to man. Its smooth surface and advanced design made it look far beyond human technology, almost alien. It appeared to be a UFO buried long ago, hidden from the world by either authorities or the beings who left it behind. Whoever was behind it remains unknown. But one thing's for sure, the object's design screams to be a proof of another world. Field anomaly.
Así era el pinche zoom.
While driving down a remote road, a driver spotted a strange gray object resting silently in the open field. It had a perfect round shape, just like the UFOs seen in old evidence of alien crafts visiting Earth. The craft wasn't moving, nor did it seem ready to take off. Maybe the aliens had just landed their ship for a secret mission on Earth, or perhaps they were simply waiting for other crafts to join them before moving again. It looked like something big was about to happen that day.
Su puta madre. Está moviendo esa chingadera.
Sky chase. Mysterious videos have been leaked from Arizona, Montana, and Canada. In each clip, U.S. military jets are seen chasing unknown flying crafts in the sky. The objects all look like otherworldly crafts. If UFOs are appearing in so many places, and at the same time, perhaps we really need to rethink everything. Maybe we are not alone, and maybe there is far more happening above us than we realize. This might be a reminder that these events should not be taken lightly. White Sands. Back in 1996, in White Sands, New Mexico, a video went viral. It showed a glowing UFO flying in a strange way, almost like it was losing control. When it tried to land the second time, it touched the sandy ground and burst into pieces. Soon after, the government stepped in and claimed it was only the remains of a rocket test, but people weren't convinced. The object looked too much like a UFO. And here's what made everyone suspicious. After the incident, the area was sealed off to the public, even though around 900 visitors used to enter the site every day. If it wasn't a UFO, why block the area at all? Skyfall incident. After a huge crashing sound shook the middle of the city, authorities rushed to the scene and found a dark metallic object lying on the ground. The strange craft didn't match the design of any known aircraft or drone. Its surface looked scorched, as if it had fallen from a great height. Officials quickly sealed off the area, calling it a UFO. But since then, no further details were ever shared, leaving people to wonder if something far bigger had just entered our skies. Hidden encounter. A hiker in Alemania, Germany, saw something unbelievable. A spaceship, exactly like the ones imagined in movies. While trying to understand what he was looking at, he noticed two gray figures standing near the craft. They looked like aliens and seemed to be talking to each other. Suddenly, one alien raised its hand angrily, and the other fell to the ground, as if hit by something invisible. Within seconds, the UFO rushed upward into the sky and disappeared. He didn't stay to see what happened next, but he had one thing that mattered: proof of what he saw. Without it, no one would ever believe this moment was real. Alien wreck. In a desert, far from any road or civilization, a group of explorers came across something unbelievable. There was a huge disc-shaped craft, clearly wrecked. A giant hole was ripped into its side, proof that it had crashed hard. But what they saw inside was even more shocking. The craft was not empty. It was filled with gray aliens. Some were lifeless, while others were still inside, watching the entrance as if waiting for someone to rescue them. The explorers froze, realizing they had walked into something they were never supposed to witness. This sighting adds another piece to the growing evidence of extraterrestrial life and their unexplained crashes on Earth. UFO chase. In a restricted airspace, military jets locked onto a UFO that appeared out of nowhere. Radar showed a strange wedge-shaped craft, moving faster than anything they had ever tracked. The jets tried to intercept it, but every attempt failed. The object didn't get scratched, didn't slow down, and didn't react to any weapon. The UFO moved back and forth through all attempts like it was untouchable, as if a protective shield surrounded it. It clearly wasn't ours, and it proved alien. Technology is far beyond anything we have. Desert capture. The military has started to take extraterrestrial visitors more seriously, and their latest actions prove it. In a remote desert, helicopters were seen lowering heavy chains around a metallic UFO that looked damaged and unable to lift off after being crashed. It was clear they were determined to study it closely and uncover its secrets. Who knows? Humans might use these UFOs to travel beyond Earth. One thing is certain. The extraterrestrial technology secret might soon be in our hands. Rapid visitor. A video recently went viral, drawing attention from around the world. It showed what looked like a UFO landing in the Saudi Arabian desert. As the craft touched down, a ramp slowly extended, and an unknown figure stepped out. Moments later, the UFO took off at an unbelievable speed, faster than any human technology could achieve. The strange being that remained seemed to scan the surroundings before vanishing into the sky with a flash of light. The clip has sparked a huge debate among UFO researchers. Many believe the visitor came to study Earth, but disappeared once it realized it was being recorded. You decide. crash site. After a long search, the American military finally tracked down a UFO that had been seen hovering in the sky. When they reached the location, they discovered it had crashed, half buried in the ground, like a fallen machine from another world. Soldiers quickly sealed off the area, searching for any signs of alien survivors, but none were found. Still, the metallic wreckage remained, unlike anything seen before. It appeared they didn't find the beings this time, but the UFO itself might be the biggest clue to all the questions we ever had about aliens. Beach discovery. Just when UFO sightings seemed to have peaked, something even stranger happened on a beach. Authorities were quickly on the scene and sealed off the area, but tourists from a nearby resort managed to capture the moment on camera lying. There was a bizarre body, completely pale, and unlike any human, with features that looked eerily alien. How it got there remains a mystery, but officials called it a marine discovery. With over 95% of the ocean still unexplored, it's chilling to think the waters could be hiding secret bases for beings from beyond our world. Snowy proof. In 2023, a researcher visited a snowy region in Russia, long known as a hotspot for UFO sightings. Suddenly, a disc-shaped object appeared, hovering silently above the clouds. It hides in the snow for a second, then moves upward and vanishes like the speed of light. Now, finally, he got the proof on camera. It looked like those snowy mountains were secret base camps for them. If that is true, no one can get an idea of how long they might be using it to travel between worlds. Frozen disk. In October 2020, an investigator was scanning satellite images of Antarctica when something unusual caught his eye. In the middle of the ice was a metallic disc-shaped object, partly covered by snow. Experts believe that as the ice continues to melt, more of the object is becoming visible, possibly revealing an alien spacecraft that may have been buried for thousands of years. But the biggest question remains: how did a craft like this end up in Antarctica? Some experts have a shocking theory. They believe the craft may not have started on Earth at all. Instead, they suggest that it could have first landed on Mars, a planet that may once have had warmer weather and better conditions for life. When Mars changed, the craft then continued its journey, eventually arriving on Earth. Buried wreckage. This video evidence from the past has everyone talking again. In January 1996, a group of researchers in Varginha, Brazil, came across a massive UFO wreckage buried deep inside a large hole, as if it had crashed there. After hours of digging, they finally pulled out the strange object. The team believed the wreckage could hold clues about alien technology and past visits to Earth. Wanting the world to know, they shared photos and video of their discovery online. Even today, people still discuss the footage and wonder if this was one of the strongest proofs that we are not alone. Glowing descent. On a remote mountainside, a tourist noticed a bright, glowing object slowly descending from the sky. It seemed like the object knew exactly where it was going. The tourist zoomed in, and the object did not look ordinary, but an otherworldly object. This video might be the strongest proof yet. Someone out there is watching us. Are they here with peaceful intentions, or is there another motive we don't see yet? Only time will tell. Capitol descent. In 2024, Washington, D.C. witnessed a terrifying sight in the sky. A brightly glowing object was seen falling straight down, leaving behind several white smoke trails. Made the whole city go into panic. Police arrived, and they quickly sealed off the area. Even the radar systems detected an unknown aircraft, yet no official report of any flight existed. People claimed it was a UFO. Luckily, no casualties occurred, but this incident left a serious mark. Maybe these crashes aren't accidents at all, and outworldly beings are testing their limits, or quietly reminding us they're already here. Kremlin Mystery. A giant pyramid-shaped object appeared hovering over Moscow's Kremlin, sparking wild speculation across Russia. Witnesses said it could be as wide as a mile, and its sheer size left people stunned. Some compared it to an Imperial cruiser from Star Wars. The massive craft reportedly hovered over Red Square for hours, and clips of the sight quickly went viral on Russia's top video platforms. While Russian authorities refused to comment, and UFO claims were officially denied, aerospace experts admitted they had no explanation. But things took a turn when a former Ministry of Defense UFO analyst claimed this might be one of the most extraordinary UFO sightings ever recorded. Roswell crash site. For decades, people only heard rumors about the Roswell UFO crash. But in a televised interview, researchers and former officials claimed that the real crash site was never where the public was told. According to them, the first location contained only scattered metallic debris. But 27 miles away, they say a second site was found, the site of the actual craft. There, an egg-shaped object was reportedly discovered, buried in the ground, by a team of archaeologists in 1947.
A team of archaeologists from Western Texas Tech came upon this pod, this egg-shaped craft about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Soon after, the area was locked down. The researchers further claimed that bodies were recovered, and they were not human. After these claims, many became certain of one thing. The government wasn't confused or unsure. They were simply trying to cover up the whole incident.
And then we learned they discovered bodies, and they were not human.
Silent hover. A mysterious UFO was spotted over Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas. It hovered silently in the sky, almost as if it was scanning or investigating the area below. After a few minutes, a strange bright light appeared on top. The light grew stronger, like the craft was powering up. Then, in a moment, the UFO went straight upward and vanished into the sky. The sighting left witnesses stunned. Many call it one of the clearest proofs of possible extraterrestrial activity. Area 51. A secret video from Area 51 recently appeared online, and it shocked everyone. The footage showed a huge metallic object floating just a few feet above the ground. Even more strange, people can be seen walking around it, totally calm, as if this was nothing unusual. They look like workers inspecting or repairing the craft, almost like it was routine. If that's true, then Area 51 isn't just a restricted base. It might be the center of extraterrestrial activity. Floating object. Another unexplainable video surfaced online, showing a large black object hovering silently over the ground. There were no wings and no visible engines, but from its sound, it seemed to have heavy machinery inside. Right now, people are divided. Some believe it's alien technology, secretly tested by the government. Others claim it must be a top-secret military project hidden from the public. Either way, the sighting has left everyone guessing and wondering what else is being kept from us. Crash landing.
Manager, 8 miles, look for an impact. You see negative road, negative shoot.
The western United States, especially Utah, is known for strange sightings in the sky, and this new video adds even more mystery. In the footage, an object is seen falling from the sky, moving in a very unusual way. It looked almost like something had gone wrong, as if the object lost control or its engine failed before crashing toward the ground. Maybe it was a UFO, or maybe it was connected to Dugway Proving Ground, an area where the military is rumored to test secret technology, possibly even technology taken from crashed UFOs. Whether this was an alien craft or a hidden experiment, one thing is clear: Utah's skies are hiding something, and the world can't stop watching.
Copy, we see the visual. Impact at 585.
Mountain UFO.
Man, we're in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to say what that looks like, but it looks like a UFO.
Aliens seem to be getting closer to us, and nobody can stop them. A man hiking in the mountains noticed a classic UFO hovering quietly above the peaks. It wasn't moving or hiding, it was just there, floating like it was watching the area. He quickly started recording, but the video suddenly cut off, as if something or someone stopped it on purpose. It almost felt like the UFO didn't want to be filmed and shut down the recording itself. From the way these sightings keep happening, it seems the UFOs may have chosen the mountains as their hidden landing spots, too far from people, yet close enough to observe us.
UFO. Okay. What the f*** that? Holy shit.
Lost footage. There's a reason why some of the scariest tapes from the 1980s vanished for decades, and why one video's reappearance now has everyone talking again. The footage shows a strange event in a remote area where a massive glowing orange object hovered silently in the sky. Its surface flickered like fire, and white lights blinked across it, almost as if it were scanning the ground below. The object looked nothing like any aircraft known at the time. It was a UFO wrapped in flames. And its return reminds us why the 1980s became the true decade of UFOs. Frozen portal. In 2023, a hiker in Alaska captured something unbelievable. A disc-shaped object hovering silently over the snow-covered mountains. There is a conspiracy that this region is known for strange energy zones and hidden portals, and this sighting only fueled that theory. If the rumors are true, this could be proof that Alaska's frozen lands may hide gateways to another world, then glaciers. Sky encounter. Here's another strange case from Alaska, captured by a local on February 10th, 2023. A mysterious object was seen flying high in the cold sky, moving fast and silently. Within seconds, it vanished, only to reappear for a brief moment, almost like it was phasing in and out of sight. Moments later, Air Force jets rushed into the area and appeared to fire at it before it completely disappeared. Officials called it an unidentified object, but its movements indicated it was a UFO being hunted down. What's your take on this sight? Mountain Gateway. After this video, you'll remember mountains for more than their beauty. In a remote mountain area of Australia, a camper recorded a shocking scene. A section of the mountain seemed to open, and a disc-shaped object emerged from inside. Within seconds, it shot upward at unbelievable speed and vanished into the sky. It was for sure an entrance to an extraterrestrial base hidden within the mountains. Who knows how long such beings have been hiding in our areas? Wing impact. You may have seen birds collide with planes, but nothing like this. During a patrol flight near Area 51, pilot Coppett reported a sudden impact with a strange, disc-shaped object. The aircraft shook as the metallic disc hit its wing, but before the pilot could react, the object vanished into the air. Radar showed nothing, no signal, no trace. It appeared to be a close encounter of a UFO in one of the most secretive skies on Earth. Open portal.
Look how beautiful it is out there. Look.
A bright white light suddenly appeared in the night sky, captured by a local on camera. Within seconds, the light began to shift and form a perfect, glowing ring. Then, several shining orbs started coming out of it, moving smoothly across the sky. The sight looked exactly like a portal opening, and the orbs seemed like UFOs emerging from it. The location remains unknown, but Neotizen believes they just witnessed real proof of something not from this world.
Look how beautiful it is out there.
Twin sighting. A traveler in a remote area became a witness to one of the strangest UFO moments ever caught on camera. He spotted a dome-shaped disc with blinking lights floating silently above him. Within seconds, the object vanished from sight, as if the sky had swallowed it whole. But moments later, the same UFO reappeared, this time with a smaller one beside it. Many believe the sky opened a hidden portal, letting the smaller craft return through it. If they can move so easily between worlds, maybe more of their ships are already hiding right above us. Ancient alloy. A farmer made a shocking discovery on a quiet roadside, a strange metallic disc. Its surface had detailed engravings showing small alien-like figures and unknown symbols that no one could understand. Locals said the metal looked like tumbaga, an ancient gold and copper alloy once used in Mesoamerican artifacts. When experts examined it, they believed it might be a piece from a UFO crash long ago. This was more than just an artifact, a proof of a conspiracy that the ancients had a connection with beings from another world. Hidden mothership. These farmers never imagined their field would reveal a secret the world has been waiting to see. They uncovered a massive mothership, so enormous it could easily hold several of the smaller UFOs we've spotted in the sky before. The ship appeared ancient, its structure worn and damaged, as if it had been sitting there for years. It seemed clear this craft was left behind by aliens after its technology failed. It's another sign that traces of alien visits remain hidden on Earth, and we need to look around carefully. Forest crash. While hiking in a quiet, remote area, a hiker suddenly saw a huge object crash land right in front of him. Thinking it was a plane crash, he ran toward the site to help. But when he got closer, he froze. It wasn't a plane. It was a UFO, large and metallic. Then something even stranger happened. A gray humanoid figure appeared on top of the UFO. It looked like the alien had crash-landed while trying to escape something above. Maybe our authorities were chasing it, or perhaps something from another planet. Tracked object.
The images circulating around the world were reportedly recorded by a U.S. Army Apache helicopter.
Mysterious images of a strange object from Texas began circulating worldwide. No one had any proof, and the mystery kept growing. In the middle of all the confusion, a news channel stepped in. They featured leaked footage from a military control room, showing the same object being tracked by the military. The video matched the images circulating online, confirming that the object was real and not just an online rumor. If the military was watching it so closely, the object must have been something far beyond an ordinary sighting, maybe a UFO crash.
Apache 1-6 to control, we have eyes on an unidentified object, over.
Harbor mystery. On October 4th, 1967, people across Nova Scotia saw strange bright lights in the sky. Pilots, fishermen, and even police officers witnessed a glowing object flashing in sequence before dropping toward the harbor in the small fishing town of Shag Harbor. A loud bang followed, and a yellow light floated on the water. Everyone believed a plane had crashed. Police, Coast Guard, and Navy divers searched the harbor for days, but nothing was found. No wreck, no debris, not even a single piece of metal. With multiple trained witnesses and no physical evidence recovered, many believe it wasn't a plane at all. Possibly a UFO that crashed and was secretly retrieved. Fake or real disc? Back in 1967, panic spread across southern England when 6 shiny silver discs appeared in open fields from Somerset to Kent. Each one was perfectly round and gave off a steady beeping sound, convincing everyone that something from another world had landed. Police sealed the areas, RAF teams arrived, and even the Ministry of Defense stepped in to investigate. But the truth was far from alien. The saucers were actually a prank by engineering students from the Royal Aircraft Establishment in Farnborough, made to draw attention to a college charity event. A simple student stunt ended up fooling an entire nation. Chasing disc. A quiet walk in a Canadian village turned into something unbelievable for a local man. He spotted a small, disc-shaped object hovering in the sky and couldn't look away. Thinking of it as a military aircraft, curiously, he followed it. The object dropped down, touched the ground for a brief moment, and then shot back into the air at impossible speed. Its movements clearly suggest it was a UFO, no doubt about it. It appeared to be on a secret mission. The second it realized it had been seen, it vanished in an instant. If you were in a position of a man, would you have followed it, or would you have run the other way? Let me know in the comments. Open discussion. The Amazon rainforest is full of surprises, but this time it wasn't a strange creature making headlines. It was a massive saucer for these explorers on a boat. They noticed bright flames rising between the trees. As they got closer, they saw a huge metallic disc engulfed in fire, half buried in the muddy ground. Soon video went viral. Some believed it was the result of a UFO crash landing, while others thought officials were behind it, burning the wreck to hide the truth deep inside the forest. Maybe it was meant to stay a secret, keeping alien visits buried as nothing more than theories. You decide, what is the real truth?